What's up everyone, this is Gustavo Dantas. Welcome to vlog number 8. Today we're gonna talk about how to overcome fear failure in BJJ competition. And I'm gonna share with you 3 strategies that can help you during the process of overcoming your fear failure. And as you already know, I'm not trying to convince anyone of anything. This is only my perception about the topic. I'm pretty sure you have yours. It doesn't mean that mine is right or wrong. So whatever you feel that's applicable to you, use it, and whatever you don't, just put to the side. So if you are interested in growing, evolving, not only as an athlete but as a human being, this video is for you. So a couple of years ago, I started the list of the top 10 mental mistakes Jiu-Jitsu competitors make and how to avoid them, which is available for free on YouTube, and also you can download the audio for free at the bjjmentalcoach.com. And this list was created based on all the mental mistakes that I made in my career, different phases of my life. And as I started to overcome a lot of those issues, I decided to share with people and started that list of the top 10. And the fear failure is basically displayed in all 10 and to some degree. And right at the beginning, for example, at the very first mistake, which is focusing on the outcome. And this is the time that as soon as you think about competing or go to competition, man, what if I lose? I have to win. Start focusing a lot on the outcome. And right away rolls into the second mental mistake, which is fear of disappointing others. Man, I can't lose. I don't want to disappoint others. And anytime you focus on things that you cannot control, like the outcome of the tournament, or maybe what others may say if you lose, it's going to lead to a vicious cycle. And how the vicious cycle goes, exactly like that. Focus on things that you cannot control, like that, and then brings that muscle tension, anxiety, not performing to the best of your ability, and frustration. And now for the next event, sometimes the cycle starts to spin even faster because you think, man, last time I already lost, this time I have to win. And you go in with pressuring yourself and do the same thing, muscle tension, anxiety, not performing to the best of your ability, and maybe during the match, you need to go out of your comfort zone and you're afraid of making a costly mistake because you might end up losing the match, which is the mistake number 3. And then now I'm gonna play safe, and then you lose, frustration, and now we go again. So your job is really, if you did not have a chance to watch the top 10, you should watch, because for sure, if you've been competing for a while, at some point you're gonna resonate with a message that at some point maybe it happened with you, or maybe it's going through right now. But today I'm just going to introduce you 3 strategies. It's not that with this here you're good. No, it's just to help you during the process of overcoming your fear failure. And the number 1 is accept that failure will happen. As a motivational speaker, W. Mitchell said, it's not what happens to you, it's what you do about it. Failure is not just acceptable, it's necessary for growth and improvement. And here's the thing though, failure can make you or break you, because it can make you in a way of, man, motivate you to work harder, to improve your skills, to become more resilient, and can break you in a way of, man, I'm so tired of losing, and I don't want to deal with this anymore, all this anxiety, this tension, I'm done. So you need to accept that failure will happen, not only in BJJ competition, but in all areas of our lives. So more mentally prepared you are, more emotionally mature you are, more you improve your personal development skills, more efficiently you're gonna handle all the curveballs that life throws at us from time to time. That's why it's so important that the strategy number 2 is to work on yourself. And as the one of my favorite motivational speakers, his name is Jim Rohn, you should check him out for sure. He said, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. And this will help you to overcome all the internal battles that we go through every day, all those negative thoughts, the negative patterns that we have in our mind. But more we work on ourselves, we'll be able to handle those situations in a lot more rational and efficient way. And man, nowadays there's so much free information. Google, YouTube. If you're watching this video, you like videos, go to YouTube and type how to become more confident, how to overcome fear failure, personal development. There's so much good free stuff that you can find. You just need to put the time to it. one time that if you maybe you're super busy, like Gustavo, I don't have time for that, one of the suggestions that I have is since 2008, basically, I stopped listening to music in my car when I'm by myself. It's either I'm silence, I'm thinking, or I'm listening to an audiobook or maybe a podcast. And man, this has helped me so much to get so much content that it would be like a dead time that I'm actually learning. Imagine how much you're gonna learn as well. If you live in a big city and you have to drive a lot, man, how many hours a month, a year, you could learn so much of that you'd be just wasting that time. And as Brian Tracy is saying, you should turn your car into a university. You're always using that time for content. So always super important, working on yourself. And the third one is to, as you start working on yourself and become more confident, become more rational, more emotionally mature, you're gonna have that strength to embrace the fear of failure. Be aware of it. It's there. But you need to embrace it, because you can look into fear. If you spell fear, there's different ways to look at it. You can say, forget everything and run, and just like, man, I don't want to deal with this. Ugh, I don't like this anxiety. I'm done. Or you can look into face everything and rise. As you work on yourself, you start being more aware of this, of accepting more challenges and not just forgetting and running, but actually facing. I tell the story that a few years ago I was driving with my son, and he was younger, and then he suddenly out of nowhere, he looked at me and said, "Dad, how come you're not scared of anything?" And I was driving, where did you get that from? And he told me, "Well, you always do whatever you want. How you do that?" And I told him, "Oh, you're very wrong, buddy. Dad is scared of a lot of things. I just don't let fear control my life. It controlled a long time ago. Fear, failure, other fears controlled a lot, but not anymore." And this is my question to you. Is fear controlling your life? Is fear, failure controlling your life, holding you back from going after the goals and dreams that you have with self-limiting beliefs, preventing you from achieving the success you desire? You should take in consideration to reevaluate how you spell fear, forget everything and run, or face everything and rise, and really start thinking about those three strategies that I mentioned today. So if fear, failure is an issue for you, think about that, accept that failure will happen, work on yourself, and third, embrace that fear of failure. When you feel that anxiety, maybe you have a new idea, or think about going to a tournament, then the anxiety comes in, man, we're gonna win, we're gonna lose, I don't disappoint anybody, all that. When you feel that should be a trigger, that's basically what I do. If you feel that anxiety, do it. That's a good sign to do it, because anything that is challenging is going to feel uncomfortable. And you have to be, if you wanna really go after reaching your full potential, you have to feel comfortable in uncomfortable situations. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like, please press like, tag someone, share it with your friends, someone that you feel that could benefit from the content. If you like more information about the BJJ Mental Coach, look at the bjjmentalcoach.com, facebook.com/the BJJ Mental Coach, and on Instagram, Gustavo Dantas BJJ. And I see y'all soon. Those